Little Nitro.
Stacked.
If James lost, he'd have to eat a dub.
I'm not doing that. Did you see that clip of Deion Sanders?
You don't call Nick Saban Nick. Don't call me Deion.
Let me put some respect on his name. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Paul Rodriguez Show. It is Monday, the 3rd of April. The April flowers will be, well, they're May flowers, but, you know, we always get the showers early. But you know what it is? It is what it is. Appreciate everybody joining us in the chat. Shout out to Freight already in here, the man who is working behind the scenes to make this production as professional as it can be. Producer James in the building. Got the memo, wearing the black shirt with the Spider-Man multiverse. Am I digging that correctly?
Something like
If you
that.
can take yourself mute, that help. Appreciate it. And the man of the DF Dub, flexing on everybody, including us here in studio, who always represents the state of Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, Wes Washington in the DFW. How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. Good.
I
Had
see
a
you.
Great weekend of sports.
I see you in all that blue. Tons of sports to talk about today. You better be careful because Freight may think you're sweet sides. Rugging with them Titans. I see the baby blue on the lid. That royal blue on the collared shirt, looking mighty dapper today. Wes, we had the women's national champion last night. Shout out to the LSU Lady Tigers who went home and took a W over the Iowa women's Hawkeyes. I guess that would probably be the right way to say it. Big game tonight. San Diego State taking on UConn. The Huskies back in contention for a national title. Very storied program, men's and women's. Producer James, we good?
Wes, is your car running?
Yeah.
I think it's making your camera shake a little bit.
Oh,
I
no,
don't know if
I can pick it up a little bit,
Yeah.
but I think, you know what? I think it's okay. I think we're all right.
you don't want to sweat.
It's all right. I wouldn't blame you. I mean, it's 85 degrees today over here in Central Texas. I don't know what it's looking like up north. I heard y'all had some storms blow through, but how is the weather up there,
85.
Wes? Oh, it is.
It got up to about 93.
God, listen, folks, in Texas, it's time to turn on the ACs. You better put your space heaters away. Put your your electric blankets to bed. It's time to put up the AC and put on the shorts and the short sleeve shirt. Wes, I saw you at what is it? Tell me what the stadium is in Dallas. It's not Minute Maid Park. That's in Houston, right?
Yeah, it's Globe Life.
Globe Life. There you go.
The stadium is Globe Life. It's was it like 3 years old? I think it's the third year for it. Well, they didn't use it for COVID or whatever, or nobody got to go with COVID until like the playoffs. But this is the second opening day, man, and they got a buzz going right now with the Rangers. They got some good pitching. They're starting off 3-0, man. It's kind of nice, man. It's been a while.
I saw you and your posse out there. What was what were you and your crew doing? I saw y'all heckling the umpire, and then you started talking about the surrounding views that were kind of obscuring your vision there behind home plate. Ladies and gentlemen, Wes Washington not only attends Dallas Cowboys on a weekly basis for home games, he does attend behind center plate or behind home plate. Everybody said it would be behind home plate. The man just he's got the connections. What can we say? That's why we love to have him on the show. How was your experience for opening day this past weekend?
Oh man, it was fun. It was you got to see their big gun that they traded for or signed, DeGrom, but he didn't last too long, or he started off pretty good first inning. But it was a great atmosphere. Like I said, everybody that are Rangers fans were out there and we're excited to see them, man. They had a good attendance.
Okay.
But I mean, it was kind of a little crazy area over there this past weekend because they had old girl Taylor Swift was in town, and dude, that chick makes money. I think she might be the second richest lady behind Oprah.
She pulls those kind of numbers, huh?
She's selling out AT&T. She's selling out Jerry World's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. So I mean,
that's 100,000 seat venue plus the floor. Yeah, I'm sure there's quite a bit of tickets, and I'm sure they're not $10 a pop. They may be $100 a pop.
They said it was 6 hour wait just to get in the merchandise line.
So she's moving merchandise and selling out arenas.
Yeah.
Good for her. Good for her. I mean, no. Like I said, get all the pennies, James.
No, I was just gonna.
You took yourself off mute, so I thought you had something to start saying.
Yeah, I did. Leave it to Wes to bring Taylor Swift to the.
Hey man, this is all encompassing. You know, you're the czar of popular culture. We got some popular culture we may talk about a little bit when we get to the merger between WWE and the UFC at a later date. I'm sure James is ecstatic about that tidbit there. Wes, we got some news in the NFL right now. It is being rumored and reported that potentially Nuke DeAndre Hopkins may be cut from the Arizona Cardinals. Lots of people talking about in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, if he does get cut, Jerry may make a run at the services for DeAndre Hopkins. I think there'll be another team involved with that being the New England Patriots. How do you see, or where do you see DeAndre Hopkins landing in this upcoming 2023 season if it's not in Arizona?
I mean, I see it probably maybe somewhere like maybe he goes to Baltimore, or maybe he becomes a Jet. I'm guessing Aaron Rodgers wants some help out there. I don't see him becoming a Cowboy. At least I wouldn't go after him if I'm Jerry. A couple weeks ago I did want D-Hop, and then I've heard some things about PEDs and stuff like that. And so that tells me if you're starting to use or whatever, that your body's starting to decline and you need some help. So that's just my opinion. Right. I don't know if it's right, but that's the way I see it. I think he can get something better through the draft, or just start developing some people. I don't see going to get D-Hop being a good thing.
A lot of people talked about the Cowboys pulling Jalen Tolbert out of Southern Alabama. That was Southern Georgia, excuse me. That was going to be a real big help for them. That hasn't come to fruition yet. We'll kind of see in year two if that's going to be something that's going to help out the Cowboys, but they need help. Gallup isn't what he was from 2 years ago. He's had a knee injury. People talk about OBJ. I'm one of those proponents, but OBJ doesn't do well on artificial surfaces. For D-Hop, I think it would be a great addition. I think he would be one of those players that could definitely go over the middle. He can catch pretty much anything in a radius that Dak Prescott could throw to him. He's going to make he's going to make good quarterbacks look like great quarterbacks, and he's going to make average quarterbacks like Dak Prescott look like good quarterbacks. With that being said, was there a PED suspension? There was. Whatever he used, whatever he didn't use, whatever allegedly he used, we'll see what happens. He still had a productive year. And remember, he had a 5'10" even quarterback throwing him a ball, and he was still productive. Let's not get lost on that fact. And he only played, I think, 16, 14, maybe 12 games this season. So he was still productive in a season that had a lot of lulls in it. On the other hand, say again?
Who's 5'10"?
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, right.
I said 5'10" even. I said 5'10" even. I didn't say 5'1" and an eighth. I just say 5'9" and a quarter, a half, a 5'8", a 7. I didn't say nothing like that. I said 5'10" even.
I think he's 5'8" on a good day.
Hey, you a hater. That's all I got to say. You a hater.
I'm just.
From your vantage point, everybody's 5'8", though. That's the crazy thing about it. I don't care if you're 6 foot or 5'7". Everybody's 5'8" to you.
Okay.
I mean, look at what you tried to do to Freight, and he had to go set you straight with that tape measure. Just saying. It is what it is. For folks who didn't see that, you can go check out Freightzilla Productions on his social medias. You'll be able to kind of, I think that's on there. I think it's definitely on Facebook for sure.
There's something wrong with that dude.
He loves you.
The interview when he was on, we got it. Just the interview posted to the YouTube channel.
Go ahead, plug it. Yeah. Put the camera on yourself and plug that bad boy.
Tell me how to direct now.
What'd you say, James?
Yeah, we have the clip of Freightzilla. What did it last, like 20, 30 minutes or so?
It's a good while, yeah.
YouTube video is available on the YouTube. And on Facebook as well.
It's just the interview alone. Exactly. So if you just want to see Freight's beautiful face and him and Wes go back and forth with their banter, check it out. It's something. You can see me dunk, kind of.
Well, Wes got exposed.
He got kind of got It's a little bit.
Might get exposed.
I will say this: Wes was not lying whenever he said that Freight did play tennis, because I saw the patches this weekend. So that is true. That really happened.
He was the only dork that actually would wear his Letterman jacket.
Easy. He does not deserve those derogatory.
Oh, he comes on the show, makes up a
nomenclatures.
bunch of BS and craziness.
Listen,
But I call him a dork, and I'm the bad guy.
I'm just saying we got it easy with the D words around here, man. I'm just saying.
Oh man.
I don't want to put any D's on anybody. I'm just saying. Just take it easy. Okay? Other big news in the mix. Do we see a quarterback controversy in San Francisco with Trey Lance and Brock Purdy? Brock Purdy did play exceptionally well at the end of the season. He did take them to a playoff game. They beat the Dallas Cowboys, and then he gets injured against Philadelphia Eagles in the divisional round for the playoffs. Is that going to be something that we're going to worry about? Maybe not divisional, maybe NFC Championship. Brock Purdy, does he deserve the start? John Lynch thinks so.
I mean, from what I understand, they said if he's healthy, he's ready to go, that they're going with Brock Purdy, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think you got to give the guy you got to give him the ball until he proves he can do it.
Absolutely.
He got you won your playoff game. So, I don't think Trey Lance, has he seen the playoffs?
Good point.
But it's just crazy that you went out and you got Trey Lance, and I mean, I don't know what you saw of him, but 1 year at North Dakota State,
Not even a year. Like one game against Central Arkansas is what you saw.
Yeah. So I mean, but Brock Purdy played in a Power 5 conference, played against good schools. So I mean, I would go with him. And I mean, what you try to do is probably give Trey Lance a bunch of looks in the preseason, and maybe trade him while he still got some value.
I think he is a huge trade bait option for the 49ers. Maybe recoup some of the draft capital that they definitely gave up to go and get him so early in the draft last year. Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant. He was literally the last pick of the 2022 draft. And coming up, we have the draft coming up on the 27th or 9th of April, the last Thursday of April. We will be having a extravaganza for that here on the Paul Rodriguez Show. Additionally, for me, I'm getting rid of Trey Lance right now. The block is hot for Trey. I would say Baltimore has a need. We're saying the Vikings have a need. I think the Green Bay Packers have a need. James could disagree with me on that part of it. Tampa Bay definitely has a need. There is definitely suitors out there for the services of Trey Lance. The thing is, are they going to give up what San Francisco gave up to go up to pick him? Brock Purdy, he seems to be doing everything correctly. He was a 4-year starter, started as a freshman at Iowa State, played in the Power 5, competed in the Big 12, had some bowl games underneath his belt, and he has a ton of experience. The dude's not going to get shaken at all. I was going to say shooken. Shooken's not a word, James.
Shook is.
Shook is, but it's in the Urban Dictionary, not the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. So with that being said, I like Brock Purdy to stay the quarterback 1 for San Francisco, but Trey would be a definitely high-paid, highly garnered insurance policy, definitely for the San Francisco 49ers. Wes, let's think about this a little bit right now. For me, where do you see the NFC going in a direction? Are we going to get younger with quarterbacks this season in the draft, or do you think there's just going to be a premium on trying to get some of the established quarterbacks away from their teams in the near future? Dak's contract's coming up. Lamar doesn't know what he's doing. There's going to be holes in Green Bay. A lot of the holes at quarterback position are in the NFC. Do we see where teams potentially could be moving up? The Tennessee Titans are talking about moving up to go get Anthony Richardson out of Florida. There's going to be a run of quarterbacks this year. We're talking about Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Will Levis. We got, Anthony Richardson moving up potentially in the top 10. Are there going to be other quarterbacks that are going to be groomed to become QB1s? We all can't forget about Sam Howell coming out of North Carolina last year, who's going to be in the running for QB1 in Washington. I don't know if he's going to beat out Tyler Heineke, but That's what I'm saying.
I thought Heineke was gone.
Oh, Heineke is. Where did Heineke go? Tell me.
I don't know where he went, but I thought he was gone from
James?
Washington, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, he could be gone.
You know, I think if you look at the NFC, especially if you're taking out Aaron Rodgers, is there a top 10 quarterback in the NFC? I don't think so.
Jalen Hurts.
I mean, I guess. You
Barely.
say so.
Barely.
I guess he'd be number 10.
James.
But I mean,
2-year, $14 million deal with the Atlanta Falcons.
So they're going to be his. What about what's the homeboy from
Mariota?
Cincinnati? Gosh, dog.
Ritter.
Yeah. I guess they're just going to
Desmond Ritter.
There you go. What's going to be happening to him?
I mean, I would think they're still going to give him a chance to be QB1. I thought. I mean, I think they would. I mean, I don't know if you get any better between Heineke and Ritter. I don't know who's better.
Give him another year. Give him another year to learn how to be a pro. I mean, he's a huge frame, 6'6". You've seen what Herbert's doing. You've seen what Josh Allen's doing. He just ain't got a lot of weight behind him.
I just saw the quarterback play in the NFC. It's pretty weak, man.
It is weak.
So I would think that I would think there'd be a good chance for the guys that are being drafted this year if they're not going to an NFC team. I think that most of them probably have a chance to take over the quarterback position. I mean, outside of Jalen Hurts, who outside of Jalen Hurts and I guess Dak.
Dak's not even top 15, bro. Not right now.
I'm not saying top 10. I'm talking about their position being they're the starting quarterback.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying.
I think in the other ones, I think you're gonna have some competition, you know. But man, I think it's gonna get real young in the NFC because I think a lot of these guys are gonna be, if they're not producing, they're gonna be set down. They're gonna give the other guy a chance, and you're gonna see some moving around of the quarterback position.
Do we have to give weight to Brock Purdy and Matt Stafford out west in the NFC? Do we think Stafford could repeat if he's healthy and make another Super Bowl run with McVay?
To be honest, man, I think there's something wrong with Stafford that they're not letting us know.
I agree with you. I agree.
It was kind of like when with the way they were doing Andrew Luck and with Peyton Manning, where they tell you that they're not ready to go, but they don't give you a lot of info. If he's not, I don't think he can spin it, as Jerry would say. He can't spin it, so I don't think he might be done, man. If he can't put some velocity on the ball, definitely with that team. I don't think that team is good enough for him to go out there and play. And if he can't spin it, as Jerry would say, I don't think that why waste time with that? Because you're just gonna get him hurt.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think the offensive line too, once Whitworth, the left tackle, had retired, his protection kind of went downhill. And that was evident last year when the left tackle Whitworth retired after the Super Bowl championship. I like Brock Purdy. I don't care. It almost seems like Kyle Shanahan doesn't need a prolific quarterback. He just needs a quarterback who can protect the ball. I like Brock Purdy to come back as long as he doesn't have a sophomore slump and as long as he can continue to innovate and be creative with his legs. I don't think defense coordinators can figure him out. But don't get me wrong. You're giving every D coordinator in the NFL an entire year to figure you out. And if there's a chink in the armor, they're going to fix it. And that's going to come down to his mental toughness. But like I said, he was a 4-year starter in a Power 5 conference in the Big 12. Not at a big school, but a big school who played spoiler to a lot of teams who were vying to play in the college football playoff. With that being said, the dude's got a little goon in him. He's got a little bit of an attitude, a little bit of a swagger. And I want to see Brock Purdy continue to get more weapons. And if Debo's going to come back, if CMC is going to be healthy, and if that offensive line is continue to dominate, and he's going to have a safety blanket in George Kittle, and that defense with Warner, probably the best middle linebacker in the game, and then, we got Troy Polamalu 2.0. I can't say the dude's last name, but he's a safety. This team is going to be tough to beat, James.
From San Francisco?
Yeah.
Okay. I got to get on it. That's
cool. Yeah, it's their free safety. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. And he's new on the scene, too. He's not like a big name coming out of college. Freight is telling us in the chat that Some folks are talking about Trey Lance going over in a trade to Tennessee. That could be an option. I just don't know what you would then do to try to move up. You might have to stay where you are in order to get that deal done. It may cost your first-round pick to do it.
I mean, Tennessee's not happy with Tannehill. I thought
Obviously not. Obviously not.
I mean, I don't know if it's all on Tannehill. I mean, is old boy still healthy? I mean,
Derrick Henry?
Is Derrick? Yeah, because I mean, you got to realize the way he runs. How much longer does he have?
He's. I think the tread's just about up on him. James,
did you see him? My bad. Did you see him working out, Derrick Henry? They got a little video of him while working. I know working out and being on the football field is totally different.
Oh yeah.
I was like, dang, dude.
Yeah, these are superhumans.
Yeah.
I call like the movie Alien versus Predator, like the movie Predator. Like these dudes are aliens. Like they are superhumans. Like Wes used to be one, right? You can't be 6'6" and just be a regular human. I'm sorry.
I definitely didn't work out like that, man. I wasn't lifting a lot of weight. I was just I was doing a lot of running.
Well,
running everywhere.
People got to run, James.
Everywhere I went, I was
Okay.
running.
Okay,
Is it Talanoa Hufanga?
Yeah, Ufunga.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Polynesian. Shout out to them. They're beast. He's got his hair like Troy too, like Palomalu.
Okay, I see that.
Oh yeah, he's a hard hitter too. That dude ain't no joke. He ain't no joke. 8:09. 8:10 now. 10 minutes after the hour. What is this? Freight saying that he still had 1,600 yards and working out with D-Hop. Yeah, I can see them both working out. Him and Nuke.
He was working out with D-Hop, huh?
Yeah. Well. All right. I see where you're going with that. I see what directions you're trending there. I see what direction you're trending there.
I'm just saying, if I go hang out with Snoop Dogg, what are you gonna assume?
That you like hip hop?
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
You're like, man, what's always hanging out with Snoop Dogg? What's up with that? What's he doing with Snoop Dogg?
I don't know.
Oh, Snoop.
I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah, you can give me my WrestleMania segment.
You're right. Yeah, I was gonna say, James.
I'll get my WrestleMania segment. I was gonna take longer than it's take about 5 minutes.
It's gonna take about a solid 10. Let's get into a quick break, real quick. It is 8:11. Wes, it's time for trivia with Wes on tonight's episode. Take it over, Wes.
All right, we're gonna since we got the big national championship game tonight. Question has to deal with the tournament. Which player is the NCAA tournament all-time leading scorer? All right, give me the name. Extra point for the school, and we'll have the answer when we come back from break. Did y'all hear me? Which
James is over here messing with you, man. Messing with your outro.
We got you, man. Repeat it one more time for the fans. Hard to hear.
Okay. What player is the NCAA tournament all-time leading scorer? The name, and then let me get you get extra points for the school that he went to.
What about one more extra point for how many points?
Oh, that's a lot. Hey, one more extra point for how many points? This player also played in the most tournament games.
When can we find out the answer, Wes?
Right after the break, sir. Right after the break.
And we're back, folks. Welcome to the Paul Rodriguez Show. It is time for the answer of Trivia with Wes. Take it over, Wes.
All right. The question was, what player is the NCAA tournament all-time leading scorer? And that would be Mr. Christian Laettner. He was not he was not a guy that he got a lot of booze on the road. I'll put it that way. They actually did a documentary. It was I Hate Christian Laettner.
Yeah.
But do you?
No, actually, I got more respect for him after I saw the documentary.
What about Scottie
I wasn't a
Pippen?
big Huh?
What about Scottie?
Scottie Pippen, he went the other way.
So I thought,
I liked Scottie Pippen before I saw it, and he's been acting really weird.
Scottie, try out, Scottie.
But yeah,
I'm not gonna do
Christian
it because
Laettner
people be
had.
like, "Oh, it's different."
What school? What school, Wes?
Sorry, Wes.
He went to Duke. He scored 407 points, and he played in 23 tournament games. That's quite a bit.
He's a winner, or is he a loser?
No, he
He won.
Yeah, he hit the game-winning shot in that.
I mean, that kid James.
No, it was like I mean they just like tossed it in, and he did that turnaround fadeaway. Yeah, hit the game-winning shot.
Yeah.
Kid James Harden.
Probably the most.
How dare you?
The most famous shot in college basketball history.
Yeah, what's that?
I mean, it was. Yeah, against Kentucky, man. Everybody was kind of rooting for Kentucky because people either love or hate Duke. They're kind of like in basketball. Everybody hated the Duke players, especially like the players. Like if you saw the Fab Five, Jalen Rose, man, he did not like Grant Hill. And Grant Hill seems like a nice guy out of the other people. Christian Laettner, he came off as say a D bag, but
What is
Grant
it
Hill
with
seems like
you
a
and
nice guy.
D's? What is it with you and D's?
Man, everybody's a little dorky. There's some stuff that I do. I'm dorky. I do dorky stuff.
Okay.
I just can't. I mean, but Chris was. Frazilla was just a huge dork back then.
He had nothing to do with this conversation. You just like tie him into it.
No, because you were talking about me saying D's, and I called him a dork earlier.
I thought we were talking
I
about
can't help
Christian
it.
Laettner. That's what we're talking about.
Oh yeah, Freight was the Christian Laettner of tennis.
Of course he was. Of course. It has to be, right? It just has to be. It just kind of has to be that way. Well, folks, that was Trivia with Wes. And the reason we brought up a men's national championship trivia question was because tonight at 8:20, about right now, tip-off is going down between the number 5 ranked San Diego State. What is there, Matt? Aztecs? That's right. San Diego State Aztecs and the UConn Huskies. UConn's favored by 7.5 points. Line kind of moved a little bit. We'll see. Wes, this game is for the whole thing, the whole shebang, the ball of marbles. Who, in your opinion, is taking this championship? Who's going to cut the net?
Oh, it's got to be UConn. But I mean, maybe if Miami can, I mean not Miami. If San Diego State can make it maybe a close game, they could do something because UConn hadn't been tested. If you look at I think the closest game they've had in the tournament was 15 points. So they've been beating up on everybody. So that's probably. I mean, I would think it's going to be all UConn unless it's a close game, and then maybe San Diego. They've had some close games. Obviously, they had the great comeback against Florida Atlantic, which I can't believe. What a comeback. But yeah, I think it's going to be UConn, man. They're big man. I can't pronounce his last name, but the dude he's a force inside. With rebounding and. They got two pretty good big men, so I don't know if San Diego State can match that size. So I like UConn to win, but I'm kind of cheering for San Diego State.
You talking about Adama Sanogo? I think that's how you pronounce it.
Okay.
Yeah, Adama Sanogo. Anyways, shout out to the two teams tonight, the Aztecs and the Huskies. Gonna pull somebody's gonna cut the net down. I'm looking forward to it. Probably catch the second half of the game. after we conclude here on the Paul Rodriguez Show. Wes, lots of other interesting facts going on right now. I'm kind of pulling up something. Looks like it's 0-0, just tipped off between San Diego State and UConn. College football is around the corner, man. I know it's April. August is – I'm sorry, I have to do it. August is right here. I had to, fill my need this weekend with the XFL. I actually was looking forward to it because, guys, I just couldn't watch LIV anymore. The LIV golf tournament was great. Couldn't really do that. The Valero Open was in San Antonio this past weekend. Shout out to them boys doing their thing. And I'm just saying, we need some football. USFL is coming. It's just not great, though. It's not a good product. I don't know if y'all heard XFL is going to get a new team, or not new team. They're going to move the St. Louis Battlehawks to LA, so they'll have a team there. With
They
this
gotta get
new
better quarterback play.
That's what it is. With this new merger, James, the WWE being purchased by the parent company of the UFC, do we see maybe McMahon getting some more money and potentially could him and The Rock and Miss Garcia, co-owners of the XFL, could they form a conglomerate? And could there be a new addition to the XFL? Could there be an expansion? Or do you just see Vince McMahon taking his billions and riding off in the sunset?
I don't know. He's already, 70s? What is he, 70-something?
And roided to the gills. Allegedly.
And doing a whole bunch of extracurricular activities.
You
But,
know, him and billionaires do what billionaires do.
Yeah. I don't know, man. With this whole, I feel like there's a fine line between UFC and WWE.
Okay.
But then again, when Brock Lesnar transitioned from WWE, kind of, blurred the lines a little bit. And he transitioned very well. Bobby Lashley, not so much.
Yeah, because he's a huge monster of a human.
Yeah. But I don't know what to think of it. I don't really like.
Really? You're kind of lost for words?
Because I don't like it's like almost too much power in this sort of sports entertainment, realm, if you would say. I don't know. It's almost like too much power. Like, I don't want them to ruin what's going on now. And if WWE tries to go back to charging, UFC is about to bump up to $75 per pay-per-view.
It's already $75.
Is it?
It's
Okay,
$74.99.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. If you can watch WWE pay-per-views on Peacock, with a subscription, which is pretty reasonable.
$5.99.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know where it goes. I hope they, make the best out of it. But I mean, they're billionaires. They're trying to get
That's
more.
their goal.
Scratching for more. So
right.
We'll see what happens.
Now, if they all made I don't know how ESPN's involved in all this. I don't know how the leader's involved, right? Because you have a relationship with UFC and ESPN on their product, was they use ESPN Plus, and then you have now the WWE. Are you going to get the same content? Are you going to get WWE content on ESPN Plus? I don't know. And if that's my thing, is why not just merge everything into one? Because don't you have UFC Fight Pass?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like a WWE subscription, right? Then you got Paramount. I mean, you got Peacock.
No. Well, there was a WWE app, but that turned into Peacock. So but Peacock is NBC.
It's owned by NBC.
Yeah. So they basically just absorbed the WWE network. They have all their catalog. Everything is on there.
So now my question is who's going to win, NBC or ABC? Because you got two different organizations with ABC owning ESPN, the Disney company, right?
Yeah.
It's a whole mess. All I know is if any of those companies are looking for a new podcast internet show, we'll be happy to go ahead and make discussions. You can email. I'm just kidding. I'm not really, but I kind of am. Wes, the fight game, big fight coming up in April. Have you heard about it? Ryan Garcia and Devontae Davis?
I have not heard of it. I have not. I mean, I don't know any names.
What about that's a big boxing?
UFC?
That's a big boxing match. No, that's a big boxing match.
It's boxing.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's the Sweet Science. Two young cats, very verbose. I shouldn't say very verbose. Verbose means highly talkative or large amounts of words. Dudes, both kids got swagger. I call them kids because they're in their 20s, right? No disrespect, but it is what it is.
Who's that?
Davis and Garcia.
Oh, okay.
This weekend, UFC 278.
I believe so.
278, Pereira and
Izzy Adesanya.
Adesanya 2.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah. Well, 2 in the UFC.
2 in the UFC.
Yeah, 2 in the UFC.
Okay. And then we got Burns and Masvidal.
Jorge Masvidal. Yeah.
Jorge, bro.
Dude,
Put some respect on him.
I don't know
know you
why.
don't like him.
You know,
I know you don't like him.
No. Let me say this. I listened to him on Rogan, and like I listened to the whole thing, and this is why I like these long formatted podcasts, like 3 hours, because you can't hide behind that.
Not
You
at
know,
all.
like your whole like soul like bleeds onto the mic. I feel like,
Uh-huh.
and so I was like, man, this dude's cool as hell. Like, I'm such an asshole, but I mean, he's making millions, whatever. I can hate him, and
Yeah.
I tuned into the.
You're going to hate him because he's making money?
No, that's not why, but.
It's because you're a Diaz soldier. I get it. You ride or die with Diaz, brothers. I get it.
I'm still a little salty.
Okay.
But I mean, I have my reasons. I have my points. I feel like he wouldn't be where he was today if he hadn't have landed that knee on Ben Askren.
Okay.
Which I feel like they set up Ben Askren because, he had bad hips. He wasn't who he was, and but hats off to him. Like you always say, I'm not gonna hate on nobody for making the bag. And the Game Bread Fighting Championship logo is the knee that that
is
took
it?
his silhouette. Yeah, he's like kneeing.
Askren.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I really honestly think that Gilbert Burns is gonna put it to him.
I do too.
Yeah.
I don't love Masvidal, but I like Masvidal a lot. And
You love him.
I mean, yeah, it's my people. But my point about it is that if he pulls an upset, that's just gonna reignite everything that he's touching. I mean, big time. Like it's gonna put him back into contention because he's on his way out. Like I mean, he hasn't won a fight in what 2-3 years since Diaz, BMF.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
been
you're
up forever. So whatever he does, hopefully he wins. If not, I doubt he will. The way Burns looked in his last fight, he looked like a monster.
Yeah.
He's a 5'10" monster, Wes. He's a 5'10" monster. So but yeah, it'll be interesting to kind of see how things go for that fight this coming weekend. Any other big events that y'all are looking forward to? I know you saw the Nick Fury trailer come out. We'll get into Off the Rails a little bit more. What was that smirk for?
No,
You didn't see it?
No, I don't. They sent it in our group chat, but I haven't watched it.
Man, I showed him a little bit. Wes, anything else that you've seen come across the airways that you're looking forward to?
I mean, it's always the Masters is this
Thank
coming
you.
up weekend.
Thank you for bringing that up. Thank you.
I mean, I got invited to a Masters party on Sunday.
Are you
I don't know
going?
if I'm gonna- I don't know about all that.
Come
I
on,
mean,
bro. Why not?
It's off.
It's
I
what?
mean, it looks cool. It looks cool on TV, but if I'm gonna watch golf, I'm probably gonna watch it at home so I can get me a good nap in.
That's a good point. That's a fair point. You can do what you want from the house because it's comfortable.
Yeah. But then we're starting to get into the getting ready for the NBA playoffs. Looks like the Mavericks will not be making it.
Unfortunately.
They just couldn't get it together. Everybody's pointing the finger at the other person. It's Jason Kidd, it's Luka. He holds the ball too much, he slows it up. They don't think that they're gonna get Kyrie back. They think he just came for 1 year, or they think that if they pay him, next thing you know, he's gonna turn into Kyrie and start talking about how the Earth is flat again, and it's But still like watching the playoffs. There still be some good drama. And then you got, I still haven't watched the XFL at all. So, but I've just seen the highlights, and it seems like the quarterback play is just not there.
Hey Wes, I don't think the quarterback play is very good.
Yeah, it's not there. So I mean, how can you expect people to go watch when people want offense? And if the quarterback can't run the offense, man, nobody wants to watch it.
So this is what I'll tell you. This is what I'll tell you. Watch the Houston Roughnecks. Watch the DC Defenders. Watch the Arlington. Is it Rough
Renegades?
Riders?
Renegades.
The Arlington Renegades. and watch the God, what is that other team called? Is it the Sea Dragons, the Seattle Sea Dragons? Watch those 4 teams because those are good. The teams are going to be in the playoffs. They got the best quarterback play. That's about it.
Yeah, didn't you tell me Ben DiNucci is like one of the best quarterbacks there?
Ben DiNucci, yeah, he's one of those guys up there. He's one of those guys.
That just tells you that's a bad quarterback play.
Those are the Seattle Sea Dragons. Those are the Seattle Sea Dragons. They're not great, but they're better than the San Antonio Brahmas. They're better than the Battlehawks. Although AJ McCarron plays for the Battlehawks, and they're pretty. I like his play. He's like kind of a clutch player in the end.
Did you ever go to the NFL?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
That's how well he did.
Alrighty.
That's how well he did in the NFL.
I mean, I think they got to wait for some of these guys to fall out of the NFL and maybe go try to sign them. I mean,
wait a minute. What did you say?
They wait for some of these guys to fall out of the NFL and maybe sign them.
Hey James, did somebody say that on this show like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
I'm curious. I think somebody said that on the show.
I mean, I've seen people are still seeing Johnny Manziel around town. Maybe once again, call up Johnny Football. But the quarterback play's got to be better. That's how
quarterback play needs to be tremendously better. It's a rough go. We'll see the USFL on April 16th in 2 weeks. James,
just quick little side note: McCarron was selected by the Cincinnati Bengals in the 5th round of the 2014 NFL draft. And
how long was he there?
He played 4 seasons as a backup, and then he spent the next 4 seasons as a backup with the Oakland Raiders, Houston Texans, Atlanta Falcons, and then he joined the XFL after that.
Journeyman. Who else was drafted in 2014 at quarterback?
I can't remember that long ago.
Dang.
You remember what you did yesterday?
Oh, barely.
What about this weekend?
I had a good time this weekend. So
Nice.
Yeah.
I got a little list here.
You got a list?
Yeah.
I got a list too. Go ahead.
Okay. So we got notables: Johnny Manziel.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Thank you very much.
Derek Carr.
Yep.
Blake Bortles.
Yep.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Yep. Just a couple guys.
And Blake Bortles was the first picked among all of those.
That worked out. That worked out a lot. And he got drafted by who?
Blake
Jags.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, Jags.
That's right. I had Manziel work out.
Why is he not in the XFL? He's got to be better than Ben DiNucci.
He's still in the NFL.
Yeah,
Blake Bortles?
Blake Bortles is probably still in the NFL.
I remember the Packers were talking about bringing him to Green Bay as a backup, and I was like, oh, God.
You do that, oh my God, but you don't do that for Jordan Love.
Why? What's with you and Jordan Love? Why are you?
Dude, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to get you ahead of it.
Well, I mean, what do I have? Like, what are my options here? I'm not gonna be like Wes and just like, totally trash my team every week. I'll hold him accountable, but let's wait till the play
Hold him
comes.
accountable, he says.
Hey, here you go. What are you talking about?
He actually was signed to Green Bay's practice squad in 2021.
Really?
Bortles was, and then he got cut, and then he got signed by New Orleans. 2021, Blake Bortles.
21.
8:37. Wes, do we have any more trivia for tonight? Shout out to Carla in the chat. How are you doing, madam?
Sure.
Let's do one more. And this is the last trivia for the night with Wes. Tomorrow we'll have a grandiose show with our top 5. Do we know what position? Do we remember what position?
What I thought we were doing guard, because what did we do last week?
Defense tackles.
Forgot. Yeah, I think we're doing offensive guard. Yeah.
All right, Wes, take it away.
Trivia question. We got, which NFL team has 20 straight winning seasons?
In what league?
Which NFL
Thank
team
you.
has 20 straight winning seasons?
Good question. Wes, when we can find the answer to that question?
Where can you find the answer?
When can we find the answer from the show?
Oh, oh, and I'll give you the answer to that question when we come back from break.
And we're back from break. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get off the rails a little bit. Let's talk about the weekend that was. Let's talk about how much fun we're going to potentially have. This week is the Masters. I'm looking forward to that. It's one of my best friend's birthday. My other two compatriots' birthdays are at the end of the month. Shout out to these two guys on the show with me. It's just an everyday occurrence. What can we do? Celebrate life. That's what we'll be doing this month. Lots of birthdays in April, so I'm looking forward to it. Fellas, did y'all know Creed 3 is already on digital? Yeah, it was just released in the theaters like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Already on digital.
Have you seen it?
How do y'all feel about that? Y'all a little concerned?
No, was it any good?
I don't know. That's the thing. If it's already on digital, likeliness of it being good is low. I don't know.
Really?
I've heard nothing but good things about it. But
I've heard, yeah. I like the new guy. What's the new guy's name? He was in
Ant-Man.
No, was it Ant-Man?
You talking about Creed's rival?
Yeah,
that he
yeah.
fights? Yeah. He was in Ant-Man. He's gonna be in these movies for a while. He's like the new villain of the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Creed 3. His name is Jonathan Majors. Yeah, I'm sure Carla's like, it's Jonathan Majors, fellas. I don't know. What did y'all think about the basically, long story short, y'all think that was a fitting role? This seems to be like, unofficially like Mr. T's, reincarnate, right? You had Drago, Creed 2, Creed, his son. Now you have Jonathan Majors' character, which was, Creed's, friend from the youth. Are we buying that story? He went to prison. Kind of unlikely.
And he gets a freaking major fight with him.
Yeah, it's like, I'm coming for what's mine.
It's a movie, man. You gotta go in the movie, get your 3-layer popcorn, suspend reality, and enjoy.
Are you getting your 3-layer popcorn from Homeboy on TikTok who's like spinning it, putting the butter, spinning it, put the butter, and then topping it off and then swirling a little butter on the very top? Have you seen Homeboy?
Yeah.
Dude's magical with the bucket of popcorn.
It's hard to believe he might. I mean, I would have thought that he would have got offered some other gig already by now because he kind of blew up a little bit.
He needs to have a tip jar. Like, bro, where's your tip jar at?
AMC, not allowed.
Really?
No tip jars. Nah, I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Somebody needs to slide him a 20.
Or 2, or 3.
Wes, you know what we're talking about?
No, I do not.
Can we play that video?
I'll try and find it. Yeah.
I don't know if we can play it or not. I don't know who owns it. Like AMC definitely doesn't own it, do they? Do you think?
No.
I think we play at least 3 seconds. Yeah, so apparently there's this guy on, I'm pretty sure Freight probably knows who he is. I'm sure he's been on your timeline a time or two. But, yeah, Homeboy apparently is at the movie theater and he's just magical with a bucket of popcorn. Wes, you like popcorn when we go to the movies?
Yeah, I had popcorn at the game. I threw in some pretzels and Cracker Jacks.
Cracker Jacks. Hold on now. That's not what I wasn't expecting. Cracker Jacks. When you say Cracker Jacks, like you mean like from the box, or is it like
yeah?
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean that's kind of like what they had because we were in a little section where it's free food. They had like hot dogs. They had some what is it, prime rib and other things. And like when you want to go back to your seats, you just you grab some popcorn, and I just mixed it with a bag of pretzels and Cracker Jacks. It's pretty good.
You mix it with what kind of pretzels are you mixing it with though?
Just a regular Mr. Pretzel.
Like it's not a soft pretzel, it's like the crunchy one like you get from
Yeah, it's crunchy ones, yeah.
Oh, okay. I never thought about that. You're just making a whole kind of popcorn mix in the stadium, huh?
Yeah.
Sweet,
I mean,
savory.
you don't want to keep walking back and forth.
All right.
You usually get there a little early. We'll eat one meal there and then go to the seat. You want something to snack on, so then you get your
What kind of concessions are they peddling with the people with the little trays walking up and down the stadium?
I mean, basically, you can order whatever you want from your seat.
Oh, my bad. I forgot. You know what, Wes? I'm sorry. I forgot you have the connections to where you just go ahead and order what you want and they bring it to you, right?
No. That's for everybody in the stadium.
Really?
Like, yeah. I think so. because I think it's the same way in the Cowboy Stadium. You sit in the seat and you get your phone out, you order what you want, and then they bring it to you. They got little runners all over the place, running food everywhere.
Interesting. Well,
Yeah.
my guy over here setting up the video with the popcorn. You got to check this guy out. He's kind of magical, right? Let's see what we can do here. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure you have. Dude is just spinning popcorn. Watch this dude. Watch this dude right here. Just spinning it, right? Scoop.
Very good.
Spin. You're going to do a little twirl here in a minute. Ready
That's
to go.
awesome.
Watch him do it. Watch him do it just one more time. Spin the box. Pop it. Load the popcorn. Spin it around the butter mix.
Very cool.
Scoop it one more time. A little spin. He's got the flair down, man. Look at that. Spin-a-rooney. Back at it. Somebody call. Man, somebody call. What's his name, James? Help me out with the spin-a-rooney.
Oh, Booker T.
Booker T. Washington. Booker T. $2, please. My guy's just steadily just spinning the popcorn. Wes, we got to get some popcorn like that, man. Next time we go out. Homeboys in Corpus. Wait a minute. Homeboys in Corpus?
You know he's from Texas?
Homeboys in Corpus. Like, we can make a trip down there and check dude out, is what you're telling me.
Hey, you're gonna have to get a grip first.
Dude, I didn't homeboys. I thought we were talking about like Chicago.
You didn't know he's from
I
Texas?
thought
Obviously not, right?
that's the first thing I would have said is, "Go boys, we're going to Corpus. We're gonna get some spin-a-rooney popcorn."
I don't know if I'm supposed to be having that much butter. I like butter and all, man, but that's a lot of butter.
I don't know, nobody cares. I'm just saying, we can eat some beets. We can eat some grapefruits to balance out the cholesterol. It's not even real butter. It's probably like some kind of like spreadable margarine, super, Shout out to Freight. See, he's down to go. Wes, you drop. I'll buy if you fly. How about that? I'll buy if you fly. I'll top you off too. I'll top off the gas tank too with that premium.
No, we can take Freight's Titan Ford or whatever you call it.
Why you putting this man's business out there? Like, for what?
What?
Maybe he don't want people to know
he
what
was
he drives.
bragging about it.
I don't remember that part.
We saw his house. He's always bragging about it. His Titan colored truck and all the seats and the all the stuff.
Welcome to Off the Rails, people. Hey man, where'd you get this hat? I've been seeing you at this opening day. You got the baby blue, powder blue Texas Rangers with the Texas flag on the brim underneath. Where'd you find that cap?
I usually go to most of the stuff I go get. I go to Rally House or Academy.
Okay.
Which one I got this at, I don't know.
You don't remember?
It's either Rally House or Academy. Huh?
You don't remember?
No, man. I got a lot of hats.
Must be doing a lot of things on the weekend. You can't remember.
I'm just saying, I buy a lot of hats. I probably buy a hat like once a month.
What size cap you wear? Like 8 1/4?
Big ass
I think it's 7 3/4.
That's for all the ladies right there. I just asked them that question so y'all can see the locks. That's for everybody out there. Everybody out there in internet land. That's for y'all. You're welcome. Did it for y'all.
Yeah.
Wes, anything else you watching this weekend? Catching your eye? Anything you're looking forward to outside of the Masters?
Hopefully, I got to see when that Air movie comes out.
Air
about
movie?
Air,
Yeah. Okay.
It's about the Jordans.
Right.
I mean, probably the highest selling shoe of all time. I don't know if that's true, but I mean, it could be though. I mean, I don't know how many shoes are outselling Jordans, and the guy hadn't played in 2 decades.
Yeah, literally 2 decades. He's another person who's about to be like extremely wealthy. He's talking about selling Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah, I mean, he's already ridiculous.
He already has $2 billion.
So that movie releases April 5th, 2023.
This coming Thursday?
Yep. Wait.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. That's weird.
Oh, nice.
I bet you it's going to be like a midnight release, so it comes out Thursday. So technically it's Wednesday, but it's really Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday release. I bet you it's going to sell out too.
You think so?
You would have to think. It's Jordan. Everybody's gonna be going. They're gonna go to the theaters and they're gonna wear their Jordans and they're gonna watch a movie about the Jordan shoe. Seriously. Where were you at? I was there when it premiered. I had my J's on. That's what they're gonna say.
Originally, Jordan wanted Adidas.
Adidas. Were they offering more money or what?
I think they didn't call him back.
No shit.
Left them all red.
You imagine being the guy that didn't call him back?
Wow. Okay. If that's true, that's some good insight. I've never heard that before.
I could have sworn that's what he said in the documentary in the Last Dance.
Oh, really?
Just like,
I don't remember that part.
Yeah, they were just like, whatever, guy, you're not gonna be that good, whatever.
Damn.
Okay, it says here Michael Jordan wanted a shoe deal with Adidas so badly that he went back to the company before signing with Nike to see if he could match the deal.
Interesting.
So he wanted Adidas.
I wonder why.
Yeah. It's talking about the Last Dance here. I guess he does.
It doesn't say why he wanted Adidas over Nike. Maybe brand recognition.
It said that Jordan wanted to be with Adidas, but it says as the docuseries highlights, it was finally the urging of Jordan's parents to take a meeting with Nike that finally led to one of the most historic business transactions to take place. However, even in the 11th hour of the deal being signed, Jordan wanted to be with Adidas. Jordan revealed to the director that he gave Adidas one more chance before signing on the dotted line with Nike. He himself went back to Adidas after he got the offer from Nike and said, "Are you sure?" Because if they would match the deal, he was going to sign with them. He really wanted to go with Adidas. But despite Jordan's urging, Adidas couldn't pull the trigger, and the rest is history as Nike's Air Jordan sneaker line was born.
I wonder if they just didn't have the money.
But do you think, Wes, that the Air Jordan sneaker would be the same if it wasn't Nike? I mean, it's hard to believe now, and it's easy to say because, we've known it for so long, and the shoe itself is so iconic. With the, I think the check mark was a part of it. It was the collab between Jordan and Nike. It was almost like a match made in heaven. I don't know. I just can't see it. Yeah. And it might be because we're just so used to the shoe. And
the Jordan 1, it doesn't even have the iconic logo. It had Jordan's brand that was had wings on it.
Yeah.
It wasn't the Jumpman. Yeah. That Jumpman photo. Then there's a whole controversy over the Jumpman photo, which is the logo now for, there's a controversy about the artist who took the photo, and it's a whole dude. Wow. that was on the Last Dance too. There's so much but think about it. For a brand that's so iconic, there has to be controversy. There has to be people trying to scratch at that empire just to get 1%. Think about it. If you owned 1% of the Jordan brand, you're set for life. You don't got to do anything.
Yeah.
And especially if you took the photo. Crazy.
I guess that's understandable if you took the photo.
I mean, technically it is your intellectual property.
If they used your photo and put it into the computer and took the silhouette, you should be entitled to some money because that's your photo. Mm-hmm. But then you got to go and prove all that stuff.
Yeah, and of course they went to a court of law and there was litigation, and it is what it is.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. It's like if somebody took the logo for the PRS and then put it on something, and I'd be like, hey, yo, wait a minute. We're going to have a conversation about that. What's so funny, Wes? Such a hater, bro. Yeah. Bringing me back down to earth.
Not a hater?
Hater?
Ever. Never. But I apologize. We missed the answer to the trivia question was the Dallas Cowboys.
Who sent you a message? Because I want to know who was in your ear.
Nobody. But I was also looking at the time. I got a skedaddle.
I love that word, skedaddle. Go for it.
All right. What? Go for what?
The answer to the trivia question.
The answer to the trivia question was the Dallas Cowboys. They had 20 straight winning seasons, which is hard to believe.
It wasn't this decade, the last decade, or the one before that. Had it been in the 70s.
But they did it. They I mean, you can say a lot about them, but you can't take that away from them.
Right here, James. Right here, James.
Yeah.
Speaking of driving, I do have to skedaddle.
All right, Wes, we appreciate
I'll see
you.
Tomorrow, we're doing top 5 offensive guards.
That's right.
Miss you guys. I'll holler at y'all later. Enjoy the game.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Peace.
Drive safe. Adios.
Yes. All right.
9 o'clock on the dot. Saying goodbye to Wes for the evening. He'll be back tomorrow to rejoin the broadcast. James, anything else that you've been noticing that you wanted to get into for Off the Rails a little bit? Anything new? Any shows?
Well, I just watched WrestleMania.
How was
past
it? How was WrestleMania?
It's good. I like it. I always like WrestleMania.
You're kind of excited. I saw your enthusiasm over the weekend. Looked like a fun time.
Yeah, it was good, man. Mainly, honestly, like I'm not sure that I would tune in if it wasn't for the kiddos. They
Right.
enjoy it, man. Just seeing them, and we watched it yesterday with some buddies. I got invited to a WrestleMania watch party. Took the kids. It was a good time, but they're at that age, and you don't want to tell them that wrestling is scripted. But oh wow. Did you get the same notification?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I just got the same notification you did.
I take it she's not going.
Hey,
But anyway.
hey, Jill, don't you just calm down, Jill? Okay, just simmer down a little bit. Jesus Christ,
Yeah, guys, trying to talk WrestleMania.
my guy, you're interrupting my guy here.
But no, it's good, man. There's some fishy things, because me watching wrestling now, I understand that it's all a script, but these athletes go out there and they put themselves on the line, man. This dude got busted open by a ladder. He got I want to say a freaking 6-inch gash on top of his head. I'll show you after the show.
Mankind style.
Yeah, well, man, dude, it was worse. And they stopped. They go about it like the fact that he's hurt like a certain way. They don't want to put the camera on him. And Paul London. Am I missing a joke here?
I don't know. Oh yeah. That's he is. I think he is.
But oh, okay. Wrestle with the WWE.
Shout out.
Yeah, I'm not too versed with all the But yeah, I'm down. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. They bring out the stars. They had Snoop Dogg come out. They had Pat McAfee on there, which I sent you the clip of, and it was funny. I was laughing.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, because the color commentary they have, they got a guy going for the heel and they got a guy going for the good guys.
Yeah.
And then they have another guy that's neutral. And so he was just trashing Pat McAfee. Here comes Aaron Rodgers' personal propaganda machine.
It's a good line.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say that, but yeah, that's what it was. Personal propaganda.
Yeah, but it was good, man. The kids had a good time, and it was fun.
And then of course Logan biting off of Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
weak.
that whole match was kind of.
It was dud.
It was it was good. I actually
Okay.
like Logan Paul. He's pretty entertaining. He holds his own out there.
Good.
But just the way that the match was structured, it reminded me a whole lot of Shawn Michaels. But I found out that Shawn Michaels actually trained Logan Paul.
That's probably why.
Yeah, so it was almost like a tribute, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that goes on in wrestling. Another one, Shane McMahon came back. Vince McMahon's son. Yeah.
Shane O'Mac.
Dude, he blew his ACL out doing his
They
segment.
they always hurt their knees.
Yeah, and it was legit too. But Snoop Dogg, he improvised and he took over because the Miz, Pat McAfee on night one took on the Miz. This was Shane McMahon's time, so he
Okay.
came out, but he jumped over the Miz he threw him into the
Right,
ropes, brought him back, jumped over him. When he landed, he blew his knee out, and I was like, oh, dude. I mean, it's always oh, is this real? Is this what's going on? And it appears that it was real. But Snoop Dogg took over, got in there, and started whooping the Miz's ass, and then he did a people's elbow, which I think the whole thing was completely improvised. And
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was the most laziest people's elbow I've ever seen in my life. But it was just hilarious.
Well, he couldn't break his body.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not very big as it is.
Oh no. But he's done some work in AEW, which is a smaller company to WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And he went over there and he did a frog splash off the top rope. And I was like, dang, Snoop,
Yeah,
you're
you're gonna
careful,
die.
man. You're pretty brittle there. But
He's that'd be 50 plus.
yeah, it was fun, man. It was good. I enjoyed it.
So did what was the main event?
Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the
Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. And it looked like
Let me tell you something, Daddy.
it looked like it was Cody Rhodes' time, but oh man, you know, I was pissed. My son was pissed.
Oh, so they did their job.
Yeah.
Okay, so they did their job. They sold it. They sold it, and then Roman Reigns did his thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cody
It was very well done. Yeah.
Cody Rhodes. I like his dad's work better.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, sweet daddy.
Yeah. We got home and
Hard times.
I was asking the guy, how'd y'all like it, man? My son was like, oh, man, I can't even today. Can't believe, dude.
He was fired up.
Can't believe Roman.
Oh, they
Reigns
did their
won.
job.
Yeah. And I was like, that's cool, dude. I like it.
They did their job.
Yeah,
Good.
it's fun.
Shout out Freight. Yeah, man, we definitely will talk to your buddy. Anything else before we get out of here? Put a bow on this week or this show for Monday.
No. Join us back here again tomorrow.
It was a fun time. Yeah, tomorrow we'll have our top 5 for guards all time. You're definitely going to see number 73 for the Dallas Cowboys on this list of mine. James, I'm kind of curious to see who you're going to have on yours. There better be one guy from Green Bay. That's all I'm going to say. There better be one.
Okay.
There should be 2, but I'm just going to leave it right there. With that being said, we appreciate everybody tuning in. You want to tell the people anything before we get out of here?
Nah, just snap. Just join us back here tomorrow.
Definitely.
Yeah,
You got anything going on this Wednesday?
yeah, not this Wednesday, but trying something a little new. I'm gonna have my brother on the show on Dark Side, but we're gonna do a nice little pre-recorded podcast, and we're gonna edit it and make it entertaining to watch.
All right.
I'm gonna pull my brother's leg and have him help me out. So. But it should be good, man. He's been going on the film festival circuit in Austin.
He's been very active and
Yeah.
very successful.
Joseph Santa Cruz on YouTube. You can check him out. He has he's been. We're gonna talk about all that this Wednesday, but check out that and follow Dark Side of the Mic on Facebook and YouTube.
Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all tuning in. As always, love yourselves, love your neighbors. We appreciate y'all. We'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy.